Any economist will tell you that printing more money is the worst possible short-term solution for a country. It's kind of number one in the rulebook of what not to do when the central bank runs out of cash. Printing more money to pay subsidies and generous benefits is how Argentina got to where it is today, and it's one of Milei's red lines. But the federal structure of Argentina means that state governors have a lot of autonomy, and hard times call for desperate measures. La Rioja is a small and very poor province in the northwest of Argentina. It's been particularly hard hit by Milei's austerity measures and his refusal to pay the usual monthly cash transfer from federal government to the provinces, a situation which is currently locked up in court battles. Since many of the provinces are run by Peronist opponents of Milei, his refusal to pay up is also a kind of weapon to squeeze the governors into line. Unable to pay government workers, which make up more than 60% of the workers employed in La Rioja, the state governor, Peronist Ricardo Quintela, has decided to issue a local currency called chachos. These are actually bonds with a one-to-one value with the peso, which Quintela says will mature in December with an added value of 17%. Initially, these are being used to pay a portion of the salary of government employees and are supposed to be accepted in all shops across the province. But obviously, the chachos will be worthless beyond the borders in neighbouring provinces. Although such local currencies haven't been seen in Argentina for more than 20 years, it isn't something completely new. Back during the financial crisis of 2002, there were 14 such local currencies in circulation across Argentina, including in La Rioja, with varying levels of success. Many of these local currencies quickly devalued, and people were left holding worthless pieces of paper, so the population of La Rioja are understandably nervous, but have few other options. Quintela has laid down some strict regulations surrounding the use and misuse of chachos to try to avoid past errors and calm the nerves of his people. Other state governors, while not having any plans to do likewise, will have an eye on the success or failure of Governor Quintela's scheme. For Milei's part, he's scoffed at this as a typical Peronist effort to resolve economic problems by printing money. However, true to his libertarian ideology, he isn't going to try and stop Quintela going ahead. Governor Quintela's introduction of the chacho in La Rioja is simply adding to the chaotic mix of currencies already in use across Argentina. The peso is obviously the principal currency, but this has a number of different exchange rates depending on who's using it and why. The most noticeable is the so-called dollar blue, which is currently about 30% higher than the official rate and is the value of the peso that most people use on a day-to-day basis. Between the official rate and the blue rate, there are a number of other exchange rates, mostly to do with business, such as the soy dollar, which is used for trade in agricultural produce. Two of the most bizarre are the so-called Qatar dollar and Coldplay dollar. The Qatar dollar is an exchange rate that Argentines get when using their credit cards outside the country, so named because it was applied to so many Argentines who attended the 2022 FIFA World Cup in Qatar, which, just to remind everyone, Argentina won. And the Coldplay dollar is to do with how much promoters get paid in dollars for concert tickets sold in pesos. It was introduced when Coldplay played 9 sellout stadium concerts a few years ago. Then, of course, there's the actual US dollar, which is often used to make large purchases at whatever rate applies. Sometimes, and increasingly, things like renting an apartment are charged in US dollars too. Cryptocurrencies are also becoming popular, especially amongst young professionals who perhaps work remotely in the tech sector for international employers. President Milei has mixed feelings about this situation. During the election campaign, his number one policy was to dollarize the economy and get rid of the peso completely. However, this is proving easier said than done and will require the various exchange rates to be unified. On the other hand, the economy seems to be dollarizing itself in an organic way, with the US dollar being used for more and more transactions. Milei has also previously stated that he would like to encourage greater use of cryptocurrencies in Argentina. Moving off topic a little, I bought myself a new lavalier mic. Hopefully you'll notice some improvement to the sound quality. It's a Smart Lav Plus made by Rode, who make pretty good mics, and it cost about $50 on Amazon. So far, I'm pretty happy with it. Compared to my old mic made by Powderwise, this new one is tiny. The old mic was about half a centimetre in diameter. This one is probably about 2 millimetres. However, the clip and windshield make the whole thing a lot bigger. Anyway, if any of my viewers are interested in recording and vlogging or that kind of thing, I've put a link to the Amazon page in the description below. Of course, this being Argentina, buying stuff off Amazon isn't easy. Amazon don't have a presence in Argentina. The reasons are complicated, and I'm not sure if they were thrown out or left the country of their own accord. The story goes that when the Kirchner government put high protectionist taxes on imports of tech items, people started to buy such items on Amazon because they would arrive in sealed and unidentified boxes, so avoiding such tax. When the government became aware of this, they tried to put a stop to it, and Amazon left. To get things from Amazon today, as many others do, I have a friend in the USA who regularly travels to Argentina and brings me whatever I buy. This does mean that my Amazon purchases take about a month or more to get to me. However, that's a lot better than getting stuff sent by regular mail, which I previously done a video all about. Anyway, when I do buy things from Amazon, it isn't because they're cheaper, which they generally are. It's simply because things, especially tech things, are often simply not available here. Thanks for watching. I hope you found the video interesting. If you did, please give it a like. And if you want to see more content like this, there's a couple of videos on the screen now. If you're not already subscribed, you might want to do that too. If you want to support the channel, you can buy me a coffee in the link below. And until next time, que tengas un buen día.